In 1 Samuel chapter 17, the Israelites and the Philistines were facing off against each other. And the Philistines were taunting the Israelites every day, saying, "Hey, come and fight us, you Israelites." But Israel wasn't really wanting to fight, because they knew that their army was no match for the Philistine army. The Israelites were scared, they were fearful, they were intimidated. And so every day, the Philistines kept calling out the Israelites, saying, "Come and fight," and the Israelites refused. But then there was a young man named David who heard all of this boasting and taunting from the Philistines, and he got angry. He got mad at how these Philistines thought that they were so tough. And so one day David said to himself, "I will go and fight this Goliath and put an end to this boasting once and for all." So David went over to Saul, the king of Israel, and he told him, "Hey, look, I will go and fight Goliath." But Saul didn't think that David could defeat Goliath. In fact, Saul tried to talk David out of it. He said, "You can't do it, David. You can't defeat Goliath. It's impossible. Look at the size of that man compared to you. He has armor on. He has a helmet on. He has a spear. He has a sword. And then look at you. You only have 5 smooth stones and a sling." But David was bold. He was courageous. He had faith in God. And he told Saul, "Hey, I can do it. Don't worry. I can take care of this." And so Saul gave David permission to go and do it. So what did David do? Well, he went out to meet Goliath. And when Goliath saw David coming, he was shocked. He couldn't believe that a young boy would be so bold as to challenge him to a fight. So Goliath said to David, "What are you doing? Why are you coming here?" And David replied, "I'm coming to fight you. I'm going to defeat you. I'm going to kill you and cut off your head. Then I'm going to give it to the birds and the beasts of the field." And when Goliath heard those words, he was furious, he was mad. And he swore by his gods that he was gonna kill David and make his body into a pile of bones. But while Goliath was coming towards David with a spear raised up, ready to stab him, David used his sling and he launched a stone and hit Goliath right between the eyes. That stone went straight through Goliath's forehead and he fell down and he was dead. And so David defeated Goliath, not with strength, not with power, but with courage, boldness, and trust in God. Now, some people may look at this story and they may say, "Well, it's just a fairy tale. It's just a story that happened a long time ago. It's not relevant for us today." But let me ask you this question. If David can defeat a giant like Goliath, how much more can he defeat the giants in your life? Because the truth is we all have giants that we face every single day. Maybe you have the giant of fear, or maybe you have the giant of worry, or maybe you have the giant of doubt, or maybe you have the giant of discouragement. Whatever your giant may be, know this, that if David can defeat Goliath, he can help you defeat whatever giants you may face in your life. You see, David was a young man, just like many of you are young people, and he had a heart after God. He loved God, and because he had a heart after God, God gave him the strength to defeat the giant Goliath. Do you want to know how you can defeat the giants in your life? Well, here's the answer. Here's the secret. Put your trust in God. Put your faith in God. Put your heart in God. Love God, serve God, and then go out and be bold. Be courageous. Be brave. Trust in God and watch what He does in your life. David wasn't scared when he went out to fight Goliath, and neither should you be scared when you go out to face the giants in your life. You see, if you're scared, if you're timid, if you're afraid, you're not going to be able to fight and win the battle. You need to be courageous. You need to be bold. You need to step out and trust in God, and sometimes the giants that we face are bigger than us. Sometimes those giants are stronger than us. Sometimes those giants are smarter than us. Sometimes those giants seem too difficult for us to overcome. But no matter what the situation may be, no matter what the giant may look like, no matter how strong or how smart or how powerful that giant may be, remember this, that if David can defeat Goliath, he can help you defeat your giant. Do you hear me? This is not a fairy tale. This is not just a story that happened a long time ago. This is the Word of God, and the Bible tells us that if we have this kind of faith in God, He will help us to do the impossible. You see, many times we allow those giants in our lives to push us around. We allow them to intimidate us. We allow them to make us feel scared and afraid and uncertain about the future. But the truth is, you don't have to live like that. You don't have to live in fear and worry and doubt and discouragement. No, you can live a life that is full of joy, peace, hope, and happiness. But it all starts with putting your trust in God and having faith in God and having a heart that loves God. You see, if David can defeat Goliath, he can help you defeat your giants, but it all starts with you. It starts with you believing in God. It starts with you trusting in God. It starts with you having faith in God. Oh, young people, if you will put your hearts in the right place, if you will put your focus on God, if you will put your trust in God, He will give you the strength you need to do the impossible. Oh, young people, I want to encourage you today. I want to motivate you. I want to inspire you to pursue after God with all your heart. For many of you have a destiny to fulfill. Many of you have a purpose to accomplish. Many of you have a future that is bright and beautiful. But in order to get there, you have to have a heart that loves God. You have to have a faith that trusts in God. You have to have a boldness that is courageous and brave. Oh, young people, don't allow the giants of life to push you around. Don't allow the giants of life to intimidate you. Don't allow the giants of life to scare you. No, you are a child of the Most High God. You are a son or daughter of the King of Kings. And if you will walk in that reality, if you will walk in that truth, you will realize that you have the ability to do the impossible. Young people, put your hearts in God. Put your faith in God. Put your trust in God. Go out and be bold, be brave, be courageous. Trust in God and watch what He does in your life. Watch how He helps you. Watch how He guides you. Watch how He protects you. And watch how He enables you to do the impossible. I want to encourage you today. I want to motivate you. I want to inspire you to pursue after God with all your heart. Remember this, if David can defeat Goliath, he can help you defeat your giants. Now, I want to ask you a question. What giants do you face every single day? Maybe you have the giant of failure. Maybe you have the giant of rejection. Maybe you have the giant of disappointment. Maybe you have the giant of hurt or betrayal. Whatever your giant may be, know this, that if David can defeat Goliath, he can help you defeat your giant. Put your trust in God. Put your faith in God. Put your heart in God. And then go out and be bold, be brave, be courageous. Trust in God and watch what He does in your life. Now, before we close, I want to encourage you to share this video with someone you know needs to hear this message. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And finally, I want to invite you to visit our website where you can listen to more encouraging messages like the one you heard today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.